Hello. Greetings. greetings. Welcome in. We're just getting started. Just tuning in. Where are you tuning in from? How are you feeling? Salutations from Austria. Good to see you. Greetings, my dudes. We're just getting started. Just tuning in. Just about to begin. Hey, thanks for that gift. Appreciate you joining the team. Hey, Mandy. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Long time no see. Feel like it's been ages. We're just turning on. Ready to get started for the personal readings. I already have you on the queue. I just got your PayPal, Mandy. Hey, Lex. What's good, my dude? You'll be back. Take your time. You let me know when you're ready. Life is good. Facts. We're just getting started. Let the dudes jump into the room. Welcome. It's good to see you. My day's been amazing, magical. How about yourself? Go to your house. Go on. That's fine. We'll settle with that. I'm gonna light my candle to invite in our angels, our guides, our guardians, our aliens, our ancestors watching over us. Welcome in, you beautiful beings. It's good to see you this evening. Happy full moon. The energy is strong out here. Today's been beautiful on my behalf. Wishing something similar to you. Nova. Her name is Luna, but Nova's pretty dope. I like it. Indeed. You're good. Nunya bees. It's good to see you. Thank you for resubscribing. Absolutely. We'll be doing personal readings in just a moment. If it's your first time here, hi. Welcome in. My name is Gavin Zen. Salutations. It is good to see you. We're going to get started. We already just did 12 general readings for the collective for the full moon. And that will be up on my YouTube by tonight, if not tomorrow, while the live stream is processing. I already have a couple folks in the queue, so I'm not going to hold off too long. Get right to it. If anybody wants to jump into the queue, I'll be glad to read for you. We're doing an exchange today. The Cash App, the Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. The PayPal, the Zelle is in the bio. The exchange is 2222. Hey, Mamie. Welcome back. Any new subscribers will get a Goddess card in the downtime. We are playing tonight with the Hermetic Tarot, as well as the Goddess Power Oracle, and the Zen Osho Tarot as well. Knowing that everything is a grain of sand, so even if it's not necessarily your reading, if it resonates, you can bring it with you, you can let it circulate, and you can learn something or two. Though if it is your reading, we're definitely going to focus our energies for you. If you have any burning questions, you want a romance reading, you want a love reading, you want career finance, you simply want general guidance, you want to see what the cards have to say, we're here for it today. If you'd like to receive a reading, I'm here for you. Yes, indeed. Mandy Moth is in the queue, as well as Conscious Stardust. I'm not sure if Conscious Stardust is in here right now, but they will be also up. Faye, what's good? See you. Happy full moon, everybody. Indeed. Mandy, you're ready? Groovy. Absolutely. Sweet sauce. Alright. I don't think Conscious Stardust is in here at this moment, so Mandy, I'll be glad to get right to it for you today. Absolutely. If you want to comment your question of what it is that you want us to focus on, you're more than welcome to while I hold the decks here for you. I know you mentioned that you'd like to place your hands over the screen to send your energy to the cards. So we are here for it. Honda, I don't know what you're talking about. And we can talk about that when you book a private reading. But right now we're going to focus our energies for the readings on hand. Right now we're focusing for Mandy. A question about if I'm on the right track. Are you okay? You got the hiccups? Yeah? You need to go get some water? You got the hiccups? Go get some water. Pardon me, my doggo's hiccuping over there. Go get some water. Go get some water. Arr, arr, arr. Stop. Go to your house. Go on. I'll be right back. Apologies. Hey, dude. You alright? Go lay down. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. You gonna hang out? Alright, just take it easy. Pardon? Yeah, that full moon energy. She carries it in the name, what can I say? Come on. You wanna hang out or you gotta be cool? Sorry about that. Alright, we're here, we're focused. I have a question about if I'm on the right track with this person. Mandy, the energy is in the cards. I see you dearly. Alright, let's cheers. Let's focus. Ground into this. Yes. Mandy, up first today. Let us see what these cards have to say. Any guidance, any clarity, any direction, whether or not you are on the right track with this person. Let's see what the message is. We have the Goddess Power Oracle in my hands. We have the Zen Osho Tarot here, the Hermetic Tarot here. I'm going to draw 2 cards from this deck, 2 cards from this deck, and 1 goddess. Yes, Mandy? We are here for it. Fantastic. We'll cut this deck, we'll clear the energy, we'll let her rest. Let's shuffle these ones here. Nunya Biz, I see it. I'll check the Venmo in just a moment. Right now we are reading for Mandy, and you'll be up next. Indeed. Ready. Mandy, what do the cards have to say? Any clarity, any guidance, synchronicities, confirmations? Let's see what they have to say for you today. Is the music too loud, by the way? Should I turn it down? Can you hear me alright? Is it distracting? Let me know. If you can hear me okay, maybe drop that sunflower emoji so I know everything is clear on your end. These cards jumping out my hands. Ready for you, Mandy. We're stoked for this. We're focused. We're focused. Let's get to it. honestly, the cards are being very real right now, it appears. It is good. Just right. Love it. We are here for it. Mandy, if I'm just going to be flat out, the cards, like, usually, they don't always answer, yes or no directly. I'm getting a strong no from these cards. I'll tell you why. We get the Lord of Oppression here. 10 of Wands. Lord of Oppression. In the draw as well, we have the 7 of Swords. Lord of Unstable Effort. We have in the root over here, Princess of Cups. Princess of the Palace of the Floods. That's you. Being called to listen to your intuition. Suppression over here, alongside the 10 of Wands, oppression and suppression. That's a strong synchronicity and connection from 2 different decks. The Dream here in reverse. Turning inward here in reverse in the root. And the goddess Danu, the goddess of the garden. Assurance here, also reverse. Mandy. Getting this energy that this connection is obstructing one from tapping into one's intuition. Ultimately, the fact that you even wanted to ask that question kind of shows to me that that's also a no. Because if it was a strong yes, you wouldn't need to ask somebody else, because you would feel it within your body. You would already know in your bones. And so for some reason, perhaps there is a disconnect in the intuition. So the fact that there is not 100% confidence in this space shows to me that there's a much better dream out here ready for you. And so right now you're being called to continue to focus on your intuition, focus on tuning in to those feelings within, that connection with your inner voice, the divinity within you. The divinity within you to continue to tap into your water within, your intuition, your subtle inclinations. Because when it comes to relationships and moving in direction with another person and developing a proper divine union, you want to fuck yes in your body. You want every cell in your being to be moving to the intention of, yes, this is exactly what feels good to me. No questions about it. If there's doubt, it might be coming from a space of previous notions, but ultimately I don't think so, because even if you were had previous experiences that could potentially create a space of confusion or doubt or worry regarding a connection that is divine and super duper true will put those worries, those doubts, those fears to rest. It could be trauma that creates fear resistance. This is true, Danny D. But a connection that is very in alignment will assuage and put those right to peace, instantaneously. There will be no doubt in the body, because God is so great that it'll override the trauma, override that fear and that resistance, because it'll be whoa, what is this? I know the fear and resistance can be very triggering at times, where it's we don't even know. It's difficult to trust things that are super good, because someone has gotten so used to things that are bad. But ultimately, I firmly believe that when there's no doubt in the body, it's so essential to flow forward. Everybody has trauma. Nobody's special. We're not here to compare scars. It's essential to continue to focus on the dream and turn inward. Right now, the card's very much prioritizing one's personal connection within. Personal water. Should I walk away because I'm working with them? Perhaps it's time to draw a line. And a wise individual one time told me it's important to not shit where you eat regarding developing relationships in a workplace. So I'm getting this energy that it's time to call this one off and to focus on your personal work, because ultimately your intuition is the real work right now. Connecting to your water within, connecting to the way in which the universe communicates to you, because ultimately the signs and the synchronicities will bring you assurance, just like right now, just like this reading is bringing you assurance of what you were feeling, because there was definitely some feeling of I don't know about this, and you want something that's I know about this, I want this feels so proper and prime in my body right now. It's good that you're putting yourself out there, but I'm also getting this energy that this particular connection like this person isn't on the same soul level as you. It's much more surface level, much more skin to skin, not so focused soul to soul. And like that is definitely moving from an old place of like suppression and oppression. So you won't be able to like fully express yourself with this person. When it comes to union, you're here to like be able to fully open up and express yourself. They don't necessarily have to see eye to eye, and you don't have to agree on everything, but at least they are open to you being yourself and seeing you in your expression, in your authenticity. Someone who is also committed to the dream, someone who is also committed to their own personal path of turning inward and getting to know themselves, because ultimately that's what relationships are really all about, is to hold the mirror for each other in an intimate space so we can dive deeper into our own personal connection with self, our own personal union within, and then letting this harmonize into a connection that's shared. This is how we continue to reflect and grow and evolve alongside each other. Yes, Danu, the goddess of assurance, is reminding you that there's such a greater dream out here for you. It's good that you're getting out there again. It's good that you're getting out there and you're putting your toes into the water and you're showing the universe, like, I'm ready, I'm open to connect with somebody on this level. But ultimately, like, your time, effort, your energy is so precious, my dear. So, like, when you get a hard no, like, it's important to honor that and to just move into a different direction, because you get to redefine your relationships now. You're not here to move on an unstable efforts, and I'm just getting this energy that this person's not on your level. Like, no offense to them, but you're here for somebody who's on your level, if not like higher, so you guys can continue to inspire and bring each other up. Jamie asks, can I please get a reading? Absolutely. If you'd like to jump into the queue, the Cash App, the Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. PayPal Zelle is in the bio, 2222. Same for Vanessa. We're not doing any random questions right now, but if you'd like me to answer your question, the readings are in exchange. Zen the Alchemist is the Cash App and the Venmo. PayPal Zelle is in the bio, 2222 is the rate. Mandy, it's good that you're palate cleansing, shall we say. You're getting the rust off. You're allowing yourself a moment to step into connection and confidence. Like, the universe admires this and wants to see you continue to listen to your intuitions. But ultimately, like, where is this coming from? Like, of course, it's really nice to have physical connection. It's really nice to have that contact, but also it's like essential to invite in the divine and the intention and the soul to soul connection before getting too like wrapped up in somebody else's energy, because I'm also getting this energy that they still have a lot of like internal clearing that they need to do before they can relate to somebody on the level that you're ready for. So you're here to like, okay, I'm putting this to an end. I'm ready. I'm gonna focus on my work. Like, hopefully this doesn't affect your workplace. Though ultimately, it's important for you to continue to prioritize your dream and your intuition, connecting to your waters within, allowing yourself a daily practice to continue to this. Awesome. I'm celibate too. Power to you. What an important path. Even still, like, when we're sharing intimate connection with individuals, it's very easy to get wrapped up in other people's dramas, even if we're not exchanging physical contact like that. Even if you're not, doing so. And so, like, this is where it's like important to draw that line, draw that boundary, to recognize like, okay, like, this just isn't for me. Like, I'm glad I got to experience this, but ultimately it's time for me to honor my intuition and honor the signs and the synchronicities, and to really open myself up to a union that is going to assist me where I currently am in my journey. Yeah, because that's what you deserve, dear. It really is. Like, you are ready for someone who can see you as a queen, as a princess. You're ready for someone who continues this dream. Yes, and the cards are assuring you that it is out there. It's ready. Keep just knowing that you're in the perfect place at the perfect time with the perfect people. Stay open, continue to show up, and surrender. That's like the big message right now. Showing up and surrendering. Yeah. And in doing so, like, that union that you are ready for, that you are calling in, that is past these previous patterns and these outdated and archaic frameworks, you'll step into a space that's actually going to allow you to open up on greater levels than you ever have before. Yes, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Power to you. I wish you the utmost joy in your journeys. I wish you very easy endeavors with bringing this connection to closure. I wish you, I hope that this doesn't affect your workplace, and that you continue to tap into your gifts and show up and do what it is that you're here to do on a deep level, and stay open to the signs and synchronicities, and ready for that person that you see across the room, and right away your jaw just drops, like, you know, like, there's something about this person that's just different. That connection does exist out there, and you are ready for it. Yeah, Mandy. Powerful. Thank you for this. That was very honest and open, so I appreciate your receptivity. And I thank you for trusting me to share this message. It's, it takes vulnerability and courage to open up a reading like that in this space. So, power to you, Mandy. I know your lover is on the way. Just continue to prioritize that dream. So maybe even like before you go to sleep, like this is a practice that I like to do when calling in a lover is like when going to bed, like what does it feel like to like imagine what it's feeling like to going to sleep next to your lover. Like just feeling that in your body as you're going to rest, like that's a very epic way to call that energy into your space to then begin to manifest that level of connection, practicing with the law of assumption to allow your body to attune to that frequency so you can then emit that frequency and then call in your partner who you are ready to meet with. Like before you go to rest, like you clear out your day, you reflect on your day, and then when you're like feeling like, wow, like imagining what it's like to be held right now by someone who can hold me like properly and like wants to live the dream as well, and going to rest into that energy will then like amplify it so it then is ready for you. I love it. Thank you, Mandy. Perfect. Super stoked for you. Power to you. And I'm looking forward to our reading tomorrow. So crucial. If anybody ever wants a personal reading outside of this live stream, much more in depth, where we can actually talk together through the screen via Zoom, I do offer one-on-one readings, and you can find that on my website, zenthealchemist.com. Mandy, I'm so stoked for ours tomorrow. Yes, if anybody wants to look into that, you can find it on my website. I will never try to slide into your DMs and try to sell you a reading. There are plenty of fake accounts out there, so if someone is trying to pose as me and trying to share my information on their own accounts, it's not me. I promise. I'll never slide into your DMs and try to sell you a reading. I don't do that, but we are doing readings right now, and I'd be glad to read for you. We are open, but if anybody's trying to pose as me, they have a name that's not Gavin the Body, but it's something similar to it, they're all fake. They're all frauds. Always imitated, never duplicated. So you can just report them, you can ignore them, you can block them, you can do what you need to do. I've done my best to get them reported, but we're obviously on the good one right now because they're constantly making more. It's whatever. Anyway, we're going to flow forward, Mandy. I appreciate you dearly. Looking forward to tomorrow. I wish you a beautiful rest of your evening. Of course, you're welcome to kick it here with us as we continue to flow forward. Absolutely. Godspeed. Cheers. That's good to report them. Conscious Stardust, are you here? I saw you were liking the screen a little bit ago. Conscious Stardust, are you here? I have you next in the queue. After Conscious Stardust, we have Steven. Steven, I got you after Conscious Stardust. And after Steven, the queue is open. Awesome. I see you, Conscious Stardust. Nunyabis, I got you afterwards. Conscious Stardust, did you have any questions for these cards? Anything you want to call into the space? Anything you want to focus on today? We're here for it. Much love, much love. So stoked to see y'all here. We are flowing forward. Conscious Stardust, let me know if you have any questions, any intentions, anything you want to be spoken into the space as we focus today. Yes. Oh, you commented general reading. In your cash app. So I'm going to cheers to y'all, and we'll get right to a general reading for you. Some guidance from the spirit team. I love it. These are some of my favorite readings. Let's get right to it. Hey, Cherry. Welcome back, dude. Good to see you. Right now, we got a reading for Conscious Stardust. Stoked for this. Let's see what these cards have to say. Spirit team, any guidance, any clarity, any direction, synchronicities for my dude. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. You can donate on Cash App or Venmo. That's Zen the Alchemist. PayPal Zelle is in my links in my bio. So whatever works for you, you're more than welcome to jump in. The exchange today is 2222. Melanie, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Right now we are reading for Conscious Stardust. Cut the deck, clear it, let it rest. What's good, Tim? Good to see you, man. Appreciate that, Crane. Right now we are flowing forward. We're going to focus our energies, whispering Conscious Stardust. Let's get right to it. Thank you for the donut share. Appreciate you. Conscious Stardust. The spirit team speaking some truth into the space right now. We have only 2 cards right side up. Everything else is in reverse. Right now, the very strong message is to focus on one's personal earthly power and how you are responsible for your journey of healing. We have the 4 of Pentacles here, right side up. Lord of earthly power. In the root of the Hermetic Tarot, we have fortitude, strength, the daughter of the flaming sword. In reverse, we have the 9 of Swords, Lord of despair and cruelty. Over here in the Zen Osho Tarot, we have the burden, also reverse. Existence here, also reverse. And in the root, participation. And the goddess for you, Gula, the goddess of healing, conscious stardust. I'm sure that you are on the journey of healing. I want to remind you that it doesn't stop. It's a lifelong journey. It's important to not get addicted to that journey of healing, to be like, oh, I'm never gonna be you're constantly healing and you're constantly reaching milestones, you're reaching points of no return. But also it's a lifelong journey. It's important to not get stuck and to fall into past patterns, because the healing journey is non-linear. We go through our cycles, we go through our ebbs and flows, but when you choose to commit, to properly devote yourself to your journey of healing, you will be skyrocketed exponentially. As you recognize that you play a pivotal role in your journey of healing, in fact, you are the only person who can heal yourself. See, good healers, they don't heal you. They hold the mirror for you to learn how to heal yourself. And they allow you to find your aspects of self that you've been left in the wayside or have been caught in your shadow. May you continue to bring awareness to the existence, because the burdens of life, the despairs and the cruelty that we go throughout our journey can make it really easy to get triggered and get stuck. But once you reach points of no return, once you reach your milestones, things that affected you in the past will no longer affect you. You'll continue to reclaim your power and you'll ground into this. And so when the triggers happen, you'll be able to just sit, witness it, embrace it with radical acceptance, existence, still choosing the path of healing, still choosing the path of love, still choosing to participate from a space of purity, from a space of earthly power, from fortitude. Amplified on that. It takes courage to go out there and choose healing. It takes courage and strength to choose your path of self-acceptance and self-embodiment, to bring your aspects of self that have been lost or distorted or fractaled or fragmented, to bring them back to clarity and to union. So may you continue to release, purge, relinquish any energies, any attachments, any ideas, frequencies, lingering vibrations, and energies or echoes that are no longer in alignment with your divinity, because this is what you're here to do. As you are healing, you're stepping into your divinity, and as you step into this space, you become a beacon for everybody else on the path. We all got healing to do. As long as there is suffering in the world, there is still healing to do. If everybody is a reflection, if everybody is a mirror, then we are not done healing until the entire earth is healed. But we're not here to save anybody except for ourselves. We're not even here to save the earth. We can't do that, and it's kind of egoic to think that. Honestly, to think that you, as an individual, to save the earth, the earth is healing herself. She self-heals every single day, every single night. She is always regulating herself. So as you continue to learn how to regulate your own personal system, your nervous system, your biosystem, your mind, and your soul, you continue to reclaim your power and you return to oneness, wholeness, a complete state of being. Be easy on yourself. Be patient, be temperate. When the burdens and the despair and the cruelty present themselves, look them in the face and say, not today. I'm going to choose something new. I'm going to choose a path that's much more in alignment with where I want to go. And you're going to follow that direction. And you're going to commit. You're going to devote yourself to this. It's not easy. No one said it's going to be easy. It's essential, though, and very real. And you are the only thing in your way. But that's okay. Everything is happening perfectly. And the more you can bring awareness to this, the more you can participate from this space of consciousness to claim your power once more and step into your divinity. Very strong reading. Don't mean to call you out. And it happens on all sorts of little ways. It's also important to recognize that, Yes, say, I've been focusing on looking things right in the face lately. That takes courage, my friend. That takes courage. And I encourage you to go look in the mirror. Look at yourself in the face. No, please call me out. It's a beautiful message. Fantastic. I love it when y'all are open to be called out because I love to call you out. It's crucial. But I want to call you out in a loving way. Absolutely. Because I want to see you heal. I don't want to add to the harm or the pain. But, you know, as they say, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. Sometimes we gotta be called out. It's essential. You know, like, it takes courage to talk to somebody like that. Like, it's essential. It's necessary. So shouts out to the Gemini moon that I have within me that allows me to speak the truth. May we continue to bring to awareness our shadows so we can bring to clarity what it is that we need to integrate into our existence so we can step into our divinity. Power to you, conscious stardust. Power to you. Melanie, I got you on the Cash App. You only sent 1111 though. Readings today are 2222. 2222, Melanie. Steven, I have you next. Go for it, Melanie. You're in the queue right now. Up next, we have my dude. Noon Yabbies. Noon Yabbies. Reminds me of Noon Yabbies. Outstanding music. Flowing forward. Wants to know, should I stay or should I go with this current job? Fantastic. Let's see what the cards have to say for this. Melanie, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. We got 11 out of 111. I love it. And I got another 1111 for you. Outstanding. 11's all around. Angels, here. Groovy. Call me out. You got it, man. Absolutely. We're not going to hold back. All right. Gemini energy. It's the season, baby. We're here for it. Let us see what these cards have to say for you today. Nunya Biz. Should you stay in the current gig or should you release it? Let's see what's happening. If anybody else wants to jump into the queue is open. Cash App Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. PayPal Zelle is in the bio. 2222 is the exchange today. Right now, we are focusing for Nunya Biz. Oh, it's Nunya Biz. I'm hysterical, bro. I'm out here like reading it like Nujabes, like the DJ from the 2000s, 90s. I love it, bro. Awesome, Steven. Nunya Biz. Geekin. What's good, my friends? It's good to see you. Hysterical. Nunya Biz. Let's see what these cards have to say today. Clarity for you. Sometimes it takes a second. Shit goes right over my head sometimes, especially when I'm in channel mode, just like flowing. Good vibes indeed. Let's get to it though. We're going to be honest. We are ready for you, Stephen. Yep. Stephen, are you thinking about starting your own business? Are you thinking about doing something of your own? Tim, I got you on the Venmo. You'll be up after Melanie, my man. Lats, I don't take commands here, so you can take that back where you brought it. But if you want a reading, you can ask, and you can jump into the queue by Zen the Alchemist by dropping an exchange of 2222. Cash App Venmo. PayPal Zelle's over there in the bio. Yes, I knew it, Nunya Biz. Nunya Biz. Actually, it's time to mind your biz and get right to it. Actually, like, right to it. Like, yes, you're here to leave that job. You're here to let go of that. You're here to step into your magic. You're here to step into your gifts. You're here to step into your power. Ace of Wands here in the root of the Hermetic Tarot. Ace of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Once more, Lord of Earthly Power. Eight of Wands, Lord of Swiftness. Ace of Wands in the root, the Master, the one who the deck is named after, Osho himself. Letting go. Success. Success, my friend, in the root for you. It's time for you to make that leap. It's time for you to leave. Like, what are you waiting for? Honestly, I'm here to communicate clearly, Iris. Is reminding you that as you continue, because you're not doing this by yourself, reminding you that when you make this leap, the universe is going to support you. This is going to be encouraging you, and not only encouraging you, but this is going to be launching you into your path of self-mastery, to applying all of your lessons that you've been learning throughout this lifetime to embody your soul's mission, your destiny, who you are, and why you are here. May you continue to claim your magic swiftly, your earthly power, and your Ace of Wands energy, integrating, embodying your gifts so you can share them with the world, because you can be doing something that's much more, whatever that means to you. And when I say that, it's like honoring your soul and who you are and why you came here on a destiny level, on a soul choice, on a, yes, I'm ready for real success, not just based in the superfluous definitions of external expressions, but feeling satisfied within your soul. Ultimately, that's what success is really all about. And the beautiful thing is, the universe is going to support you as you continue to do this. Like, odds are you'll probably make more money doing what you love. Yes, no, not probably. You're going to make more money doing what you love than working for somebody else and questioning whether or not I should be there. Like, you are here, and once you make this leap, the universe is going to continue to point you in the destination. So it's important to recognize that you are always in conversation with the universe. You are always in communication with God, with Goddess, with the universe. Especially when you allow yourself to stay open to the signs. Yeah, especially when you allow yourself to stay open to the signs, the synchronicities, the omens, how they speak to you, through you, allowing yourself to step out of your own way, because this isn't about you. Ultimately, this is what the universe wants to see for you. The universe wants to see you step into your power. The universe wants to see you embody your magic, because as you do this, you're creating ripples for the collective as well. You're reminding us that we are stepping into a new space and time, a new definition of what it means to be successful, what it means to be magical, what it means to be the master. And you're here to let go of the fear, the doubt, the worry, and you're here to take that leap. And once you take that leap, honey, my dude, you're going to go flying. You're going to go skyrocketing. So brace yourself. Be prepared, honestly. Like, you make that decision. You know what it is, the steps that you take, because your intuition's very clear. I can get that feeling from over here. I can hear your intuition screaming to you. Like, hey, we're going to point you in the right direction. Just keep showing up and doing what we are telling you within. And you'll feel it, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it takes a second to actually step into this embodiment. It's very crucial. It's essential. And it's going to be, as they say, reality is stranger than fiction. It's very crucial. It's very, very crucial that you allow yourself to do so. Because when you listen to those signs and the synchronicities, it's just going to continue to present itself. Of course, there might be some hiccups and challenges along the way, and that's when you double down on yourself. When there are things that are attempting to reflect or refract or get you to look back, did I make the right decision? You're like, yeah, I sure did, and I'm going to continue to make the right decision. So when you feel that fear or worry, if it does present itself, you look it in the face and you say, not today. I know I made the right decision, and God's going to continue to point the way. The universe is going to continue to communicate this truth. And I'm so grateful to be here as a conduit to share this for you. None ya biz. Time for you to get on that biz, my dude. Thank you, Stephen. What a powerful read. Like, these cards are just like screaming this message. Like, sometimes they're like, yeah, maybe. But like, no, this is like very confirming. Very, very confirming. And the fact that I knew right away that you wanted to start your own business, like, shows that like we're tapped in right now. So it's here for you, like, and I can pick up on those signs, like, so power to you, Stephen. Thank you so as well. Absolutely, what a joy and an honor it is to share this message for you. We're gonna flow forward, my dude. Appreciate you. Melanie, I have you next. Cheers, friend. Absolutely, Melanie, I have you next. After Melanie, we have Tim. After Tim, we have Gina. Fantastic. If anybody wants to jump in, the Cash App, the Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. PayPal Zelle is in the bio. Lisa, I got you on the Cash App as well. We are here for it. So it's going to be Melanie, Tim, Gina, Lisa. Melanie, Tim, Gina, Lisa. Solid. We're going to get right to it. Melanie, let me know if you have any questions for these cards. Anything you want us to focus on today? Any intentions you want to speak into the space? Here for it. Yes, I feel like all of us can benefit from that message. Cheers, Tim. We're all here to step into our success, to our path of self-mastery. If you're choosing to be here right now, so crucial. Put a question in the question section. Let me check. Could you just comment it here? Would you mind? Is that alright? Is that too much to ask? appreciate that. Because I don't feel like scrolling to find it. I'm flowing. I want to stay in this rhythm. Had a friend turn on you today. It was completely off base. Damn. Lame. Happy full moon. I'm wondering what my lesson is here in regards to that. Solid question. Alright, let's get to it. Cards, any direction, any clarity, any messages for Melanie want to be spoken into the space today regarding the friend that's not a friend. Let's see what these cards have to say. Strawberry moon, that's right. Harvest season, we're here for it. Happy June. Alright, Melanie, for you. Let's get right to it. Papa, kida ang baso bukati al ki warkao. Zamuri. Kribolo. I had to get that out. Alright, Melanie, for you. Melanie, let's see what these cards have to say today. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! You're just making space, baby. You're just making space. These cards hear it. Like, we're out here. Yeah, you're just making space. See, I've been saying it all week. This full moon is really about pulling the weeds. Like, this full moon is allowing those sprouts to pop up out the soil to recognize, like, wait, this isn't what I planted. I need to pull this weed so I can actually let what I want to grow. And this friend isn't a real friend. They're a weed. Because real friends don't turn your back on you. We got the blasted tower right here. That's what happened today, right? That tower moment. The shift in one's perspective. These cards are so synchronistic right now, Melanie. We got the tower. We got the King of Cups here. Prince of the Chariots of Water. We have the Hermit over here in the root. So synchronistic right now. Focusing on oneself. Focusing on oneself and returning to one's connection with oneself. We got playfulness over here. Playfulness in the draw. We got celebration over here. This is the kind of friendship you want. So you got to release the friendships that aren't on this wavelength so you can call in these friends. And it's not just celebration of like getting drunk in the bar and dancing on the dance floor. I mean, that's a part of it, maybe. Or not getting drunk. That's also cool. But it's really like the friends who you can just celebrate everything with. Like life itself. Breakthrough. Like we got the tower and we got the breakthrough card. Melanie. Like right now you're just clearing the field. Like you're like, alright. And guess what? As you do so, you create the space for fortune. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune here. She's making her way in because you're gotta make your space for fortunate relationships. You know, we gotta release the weight that is holding us back from stepping in to our greatness. We have to let go of that which is holding and just like dense in the metaphysical and physical space, whether it be items that we've had for 10 years that we don't use anymore, that we're just like taking up energy within our house, or friendships that aren't actually in alignment with our soul and our divinity. Yes, right now you are to call upon the frequency of fortune, friendships that are fortunate. Yes. Right now, oh, it's not that this friend needs to be released, it's that this friend is released. I mean, it's clear they're not even a friend at all. So that you can continue to play, so you can continue to celebrate life. Because you don't need people in your space that are not ride or dies, basically. Like, it's good to have people who are not just gonna, like, toot you up and, like, just, like, who... Because you want people who can call you out, but you don't want people who are gonna turn your backs on you. Like, you want people who can be real with you, but you also want people who want to see the best for you. It's also essential that you want to do that for your friends as well. So right now the card's definitely feeling that energy of befriending Melanie a little bit more, like taking time for yourself. Sarah, I see you. It's been a bit. I was wondering when you're going to jump back in. Yes, we got a queue established, but I'm adding you to the list. I see you. Stick around. Dowie D, that's their own problem. Like, that's their own work. If they're going to take that out on me, that's not my responsibility. Like, I don't have the bandwidth or the capacity to hold that space for them if they're not going to be honorable to me. Like, I'm allowed to have boundaries. That's very essential. Because compassion without boundaries, empathy without boundaries is irresponsible and self-destructive. You don't have to set yourself on fire in order to keep others warm. You don't have to burn yourself in order to shine the light onto others. If someone's coming at you, it's not your problem. Exactly, Miss Melanie. You are here to focus on yourself right now. So you're here to continue to befriend Melanie because you are not Melanie. Melanie is your first friend. Melanie is your first baby. Melanie is your person, your number one. The more you can delve deeper into your personal relationship with self, you get a better idea of like what kind of friendships do you even want in your life, and what friends and how are you able to show up in your relationships. Yes. How are you able to continue to operate from a space of clarity and honesty and joy, which is main priority. But if they're not on the same wavelength, then it's not going to resonate. If we're going to be kind, it's just not going to resonate, and we don't have time or effort or energy for dissonance any longer. Like, if it's not in resonance, why subject ourselves to it? Why you don't need to be nice. You don't need to be nice. Nice guys finish last, and not in a good way. Niceness is how people take advantage of individuals. Kindness is amazing, and you can kill them with kindness. Like, you don't have to be mean back to them if you don't want to, but if you gotta reflect that energy back onto them, you can also do that in order to protect yourself and to be kind to yourself. Like, it's important to stand up for yourself. Keep the positive energy and letting it go. That's a beautiful, wise decision, Melanie, and I commend you for it. It takes courage, it takes strength in order to do this. Understanding disharmony allows us to defer the guilt. Cheers. Yeah, like recognizing that it's just not harmonious, and it's not your responsibility to do the work for somebody else. And if someone's not on that wavelength and they're not ready to do that work, that's that, and then they'll get it in their own time, maybe next life. But right now, you're here for your life, to commit to your person and to commit to your friendship within, befriending the mind, befriending the soul, befriending the body, your trinity, your me, myself, and I, my best friends that I got right here, and in doing so, the real friendships that are ready to celebrate and play will present themselves. Absolutely, not getting too attached, but more so establishing proper and clear connection and learning how to do this, which is, I think, one of the greatest lessons in this lifetime for a solid amount of us in the collective, because the examples of healthy connection, at least on a mainstream level, is very minimal. Like, we grew up in a time where Jersey Shore was like this shit, and that's like a show based on friendship where they're like all hating on each other. Like, a lot of shows like that are just like people being entertained. Yeah, shouts out Jersey. People being entertained by like friendships that are not healthy. Like, and it's like very curious that society was projecting this programming into this space. So I'm glad that I could deliver this message to you, Melanie. May you continue to befriend Melanie and stick to your real ones and recognize you don't owe anyone anything, and you just move forward and you continue to flow, you continue to listen to your intuition, and you prioritize those connections that propagate fortune. You continue to prioritize those connections that encourage play and celebration, and this is the breakthrough happening. Yeah. Continue to listen to your intuition, honor your inner voice, honor your connection with your source, and continue to flow forward. So grateful for your message and energy today. Thank you, Melanie. Absolutely. Godspeed to you. A solid message. A solid message. Because I used to do similar. Like, I used to be like, oh, I want to be nice. I want to see them change. We can't change anybody. The only thing we can change is ourselves. And the more we do that, the more we get stuck in their drama. And we're not here to get stuck in other people's drama. We're just not a part of it anymore. Pisces, I see you. We're flowing forward. People are responsible for themselves, yes, and that's the truth. That is what it is. Mac, you can get a reading by dropping an exchange of 2222. Cash App Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. PayPal Zelle is in the bio. Amanda Lynn, changed profile pic. I see you. Faye I see you. Change your profile pic as well. Epic. Winona, I see that you're going on a midnight horse ride this evening. That sounds amazing. I'm in the channel mode right now. I'm not necessarily in the comments at this moment, but I just want to check in. Check in. Beautiful beings all around. Shouts out, you legends. I see you. Outstanding. All right, Tim, you're up next, my man. Tim, let me see if you commented a question in your Venmo. General reading. You got it, my guy. After Tim, we have Gina. After Gina, we have Lisa. Such good vibes. Happy full moon, y'all. Happy full moon. Cheers to each and every one of you. 42, the answers to the universe. Starshine, what's good? I see you, fam. 42! That's right. And the Dolphins. Such a pure pod squad out here. Shouts out, Sophie. Flowing forward with the general reading with Tim. I got you. The wolf pack. Feels mellow for a full moon. Maybe I'm getting old. It is what it is, Sugar Peach. Maybe you're just holding it down for the gentility for those who are going through it right now. Maybe you're maintaining that pull of the opposite side of the experience. Alright, Tim. General reading. Full moon reading. What's happening? What's flowing? What message will be delivered today for Tim? Any guidance, any clarity, any direction? We're here for it. Focus. Stoked. In channel mode. Let's get right to it, Tim. We're going to cut this deck. Clear it. We'll let it rest. We love Tim in this household. Absolutely. Elder Tim. Youthful soul. And youthful body, man. You're getting younger by the day. I see you. Exercising in the gym, bro. I gotta step up my game. I'm inspired with those vegan gains. Absolutely, Tim. Let's get to it. What's the message today? Thrift stores. Oh yeah, solid cards here, Tim. Alright. Let's start here. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Lord of perfect work. Thanks, August. Thank you to my mom for forcing me to get braces when I was younger. Lord of perfected work. Four of Wands here in the root for you, Tim. The moon here. The moon. Underneath this full moon, the ruler of the flux and the reflux for you. Ace of Wands alongside him. The Lord of the roots and the powers of fire. Ace of Wands for Tim. We have the dream here, reversed for you. The dream. Schizophrenia, also in reverse. And the Thunderbolt here. The Thunderbolt over here in reverse. And the goddess for you, Tim, we have Kali, the goddess of liberation. Right now, I see you being as a beacon, holding the torch for those on the path of stepping into their magic. And doing so for yourself. Yes, this Thunderbolt energy is striking. Striking how real this dream that we are living is, and how important it is to continue to commit to this path. And when one is feeling projections or internal expressions, Elder Tim and Mama Wolf, we are young souls. Facts. Eternal souls. I see you. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I love having such great guides around me all the time. I'm so lucky. Tim, this card right here, getting this energy of how, like, the world in which we live, like, projects this nonsensical narrative of, oh, you're crazy for doing that. Like, nah, bro. Like, I want to double down on myself. Anytime someone tries to tell me that, I'm going to continue to step into my intuition. The moon here, reminding us of the path that our internal sense and our connection with our soul is where we ultimately find our magic. And the fact that you've been committing yourself to this path, like, is becoming, it's like realer than you have ever experienced. I'm getting that energy that you're starting to, like, really feel it from a gnosis level, like GNO, like knowing it in your bones, like feeling it in your being. Like, you've been going through some, like, steady upgrades and shifts, and in doing so you've been liberating yourself from preconceived patterns, notions, ways of being that were lingering, but now they're, like, to the wayside. You've composted that energy. So you can return to your core. Yes, speak clearly from the heart space. May you continue to lead from this wavelength, from your truth, from your magic, Tim. May you continue to ground into this path of liberation, because you are on the path of perfecting your work. You are on the path of stepping into the gifts, and in doing so, you are, as what the Buddha said, one candle has the ability to light 10,000 flames. That's the way you're walking right now, my man. Yes. Where's that mountain water? That's a great question. I got some cucumber water right here, but it's not doing it. It's not doing it. I think right now I'm stepping into my throat chakra energy, just clearing, so I can continue to speak on new levels than I have before. I can continue to deepen into my connection with myself. Yeah, exactly. Just evolving as a young man. Aha. Yes, essential. Striking, Tim. Very powerful. Indeed. May you continue to just follow this wavelength, man. Like, this is very affirming, confirming, just like showing you're on the path. I mean, you knew that, but like, this is just like a gift along the milestone, I want to say. And you've reached a point of no return. And in fact, like, you've reached a point where, like, those who are attempting to project these energies onto your space are like, they can never catch up. And in fact, like, they're so butthurt now. And they're also like, what? Like, he can do that? Like, how do I do that? And then, like, them asking themselves that question is going to, like, require them to then step into their journey of healing, to step into their path of requiring their pure magic rather than magic that is, like, feasting on people's suffering. So power to you, Tim. Thank you for being out here as a beacon. What an awesome reading. I just want to gas you up, my man. Gains on all levels, within and all around thee. Yes, being a light and leading the way. Yeah, holding that torch. Power to you. Happy full moon. Thank you, Tim. Much love. Much love. Your presence is striking. And it's important to just, like, get used to this as well. Like, grounding into it and just, like, staying centered. Like, allowing people to react how they react. And just holding it down. Like, and then in doing so, like, that really also allows one to continue to hold the flame. Like, no one can squander your flame at this point. They can't even touch you. You're flowing forward, bro. Powerful. Sending out ripples into the edges of the universe. Perfect work. Perfect work. Perfect work, Tim. Proud of you. Yes. We flow forward. Gina, are you here? Are you here? I have you next. After Gina, we have Lisa. Next. Gina, let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to speak into the space, any intentions today. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. That's right. I'm leveling up right before your very eyes. Is that milk chocolate around your neck? You're funny. What? Milk chocolate? That's so random. Gina, I see you, dear. Yes, you legend. Let's get to it. Let me know if you have any questions for these cards. General guidance. You got it, Gina. Any clarity, any direction, any messages that want to be spoken into the space today for Gina? Let's get right to it. I'm geeking, Lex. I'm going to focus right now for Gina. The message is for you. What clarity, what guidance wants to be spoken into the space today? Yes, may we speak with clarity, with clairvoyance, with honesty, transparency, any affirmations, any confirmations. What messages want to be spoken for the legend? Gina, let's cut the deck. Let's clear it. Let's let it rest. We're here for it. Gina, the only two cards, actually we have one more that's right side up. Yes. Gina, prioritizing silence, allowing yourself to sit with all of the experiences that present themselves, all of the energies, all of your feelings are valid. Everything that you may experience can be a teacher and can bring you into your path of healing. And in doing so, you're undoing the projections of suppression and you're stepping into new vision. Gina, new vision over here in the root of the Zen Oshotero. Silence here. Suppression here. Five of Wands, Lord of Strife. Gina, we have the Eight of Pentacles here, Lord of Prudence. The Moon in the root. And Gula, the goddess of healing for you in reverse. Gina, as you continue to get to know your moon, your intuition, that communication within, the waters within, as we are here beneath the full moon, perfect time to continue to reflect. Full moons are perfect for clearing the energies that we don't want to carry with us into the next chapter, and that's energies that are like this, that are holding you back from your greatness. Any obstacles, any patterns, any limiting beliefs, any attachments to ideas, projections, perceptions that are attempting to keep you in a box. You're here to break through that. You're here to redefine it and continue to commit to new visions. In doing so, in committing to your path of healing, you're putting an end to these patterns of suppression, whether it be you suppressing yourself and getting in your own way, or the society in which we are inheriting, attempting to put you in a box, attempting to define you, attempting to suppress you from stepping into your limitless power, your infinite potential, which you have as a goddess, as a divine individual. As you continue to step into your journey of healing, you're putting an end to the strife. You don't have to try so hard. You can find your edge. You can allow yourself to show up where you are clearly and navigate this space from prudence. Even if you're excited, even if you're stoked and you're like ready to embrace and embody life, Prudence is key. Like, you're here to take your time. You're here to focus on your breath. You're here to ground into your feelings, how it is that you are feeling within your body, because ultimately this is going to be the greatest guide, rather than what you're told to do and these logic and reason and these projections that a society that only wants to siphon your energy and feast on your suffering, your innocence, and your ignorance. Instead, you're choosing a new vision. You're committing to the path of healing. You're committing to the path of reclaiming the fragmented aspects of the soul, so you may integrate these aspects of the self and return to a sense of union within. Peace, Sophie. Have a beautiful night as well. Godspeed. See you. Yes. Gina. The moon. The water within. May you continue to ground into this. May you continue to commit to your intuition, recognizing that that voice within is always going to point you in the direction of where you need to be, so you can be in the perfect place at the perfect time with the perfect people. Just like you had the intuitive calling to book this reading today, showing up in the way that you can, honoring yourself, honoring your inclinations, honoring these visions that you hold near and dear to your core, so you may continue to commit to this path of healing. Overriding any past patterns, programs, perceptions, ideas, or ways of existence, and redefining it. Be temperate, be prudent, allow yourself grace, allow yourself dedication, devotion. Be easy on yourself when you don't necessarily show up in the ways that you want to, because we're still learning. It's important to always just do one's best. And in doing so, you're untying these knots. You're releasing these densities that may be holding you back from sending you into your greatness. And if you can just continue to prioritize silence, connection with your feelings, the moon, and how it flows through you, this will allow you to recognize, okay, where do I need to do my work today? Where do I need to continue to integrate? Where do I need to continue to amplify, magnify, and focus my energies? The path of healing will continue to present itself to you. May you continue to show up with clarity, with consistency, devotion, dedication, discernment as well. Absolutely. Thank you, Gina. Hey, doggo. Are you barking in your sleep? Hey, what's up? Those are fireworks you hear. You hear that? Those are fireworks. Barking's not going to stop it. Someone's lighting up some fireworks outside. She's barking at them. They woke her up. She was sleeping. But yes, she does agree. She does agree with this. Indeed. She's a healer over here, and she's a psychic. She is, just like her pops. She's a psychic healer just like her pops. She's cheering you on, Gina. Are you still here? I haven't seen any comments. I'm curious if you're still here and if you have any feedback for this message. The hair's going up. It's hot. Pretty hair. Thanks. Do what I can. It grows a little bit more every day. I'm not seeing any comments from Gina, so I'm curious if you're still around. We're going to start flowing forward. I hope I didn't trigger you. I mean, maybe. Honestly, this doesn't resonate. I don't feel seen. I feel disappointed. I already do all of this. Chill, babes. Chill. I don't know what you wanted from this. Luna, stop that. This is cucumber water. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, like, I think that if I'm going to be flat out with you, I'm not here to argue. I'm just to share my perspective. Luna, chill, dude. Like, if anything, then this is just like confirmation to show that you are. Then the cards are recognizing you. The cards see you where you are. Like, how's that not in resonance? If that's what you're doing, how's that not in resonance? I'll be back. Hey, dude, chill. Come on. I'm curious. If you say that that is what you're doing already, how do you not feel seen? If that's what you're doing, how do you not feel seen? If that's what you're doing, am I not seeing you? Like, speaking it into the space? Like, curious. Exactly, yeah. Because it puts in words like, I need to do that. Ah, okay. I see. Well, you don't need to do anything. Like, you can do whatever the hell you want. This is your journey. And that's the beauty of it. You're allowed to pick it up. The fact that, yeah, like, you just keep it up, like, honestly. Like, maybe the way in which I spoke, like, because I don't really know you, we haven't really interacted that much. Like, I don't know where you are in your journey. Like, I don't know how deep you are, but the fact that you're like, I don't know. Alright, so this is one of my favorite quotes from a great teacher is like, the hardest students are the ones who are like, not the beginners, but the ones who are like, on the journey a little bit because they think that they know shit. But ultimately, like, who am I? And what do I know? I don't know you. You're the only one who knows you. Who are you and what do you know? I know that I know nothing. I know that I am forever in the state of the student and I will never think that I know it all. I know as well that I am open to. I'm far on it, so you got a strong ego. You got a strong ego. Because that identification of I am far on it. Look at me in my journey of healing. I need a recognition. See me. That's the ego. That's the ego talking. Honey, and that deserves integration. That's where that silence comes into play. Because you're looking for validation. You don't need validation. If you were far on the journey, you would recognize that you don't need validation. You don't need shit from anybody. And it's important to always stay in the seat of the student so you can recognize I always have something to learn. I always have something to gain and experience. And when I'm in my power, it doesn't matter how it presents itself. I can still choose to be here present with it. I can still choose to learn something from this experience, regardless of how far I am on the journey. Because on the journey, there's time and space is an illusion. If you were far on the journey, you would recognize that there's no such thing as being far on the journey. We're all right here, right now, in the present moment. There's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to be. All we're doing is sitting and breathing. We're all just around the fire, right here, right now, breathing. And if you were far on the journey, you'd recognize that there's no such thing as being far on the journey. So it's important for you to learn how to release this. It's important for you to learn how to integrate the ego. I don't know shit about you. I'm saying, from my perspective, if one knows that they are far on the journey, you'd know that there's no such thing as that. See, this is also where it's clear to not get lost in the words, because if you were far in the journey, you wouldn't get lost in the words, but you'd more so take into consideration of the frequency of it. You'd feel it. You'd feel it rather than getting lost in the words. Because ultimately, nothing can speak the truth. Like, words do their best to point themselves in the direction, but words are not the truth. There is definitely value in conflict. Absolutely. That's why I'm very grateful to be able to be communicating this right now with you. Because I want to see you step into your growth. I want to see you integrate your journey of healing. Kundalini, Tantra teacher, holistic health practitioner, intuitive reader. Clearly, you are an individual who is very proud of what you do. Having that in your bio, and you speak your truth. I see you. That's good that you're proud of what you do. Ultimately, I know that I know nothing, and I'm proud of that. And I don't need any validation from anybody outside of myself. And I know that the journey of healing is a lifelong endeavor. So I want to encourage you to continue to see your triggers as your teachers. I encourage you to continue to allow yourself to dive inward. Always. 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 Your guides are acknowledging your work. Exactly. Because as you continue to commit to your journey and listen to your intuition and move forward, you, like I said, are releasing these patterns of suppression, not only for yourself, but also your fellow reflections. So may you continue to stay fresh in your perspective instead of being so attached to, like, oh, this is what I do. I'm hella special because I do this. Like, for me, it's very freeing to continue to be in this state of the student. Like, I don't ever want to get ahead of myself. I don't ever want to think that I know more than somebody else. I don't ever want to think that, like, I'm further on the path than somebody else, because it's not a competition. There's nothing to prove here. There's no need to feel validation. This is a beautiful teaching moment for everyone. Yeah, exactly. So I'm doing my best right now, Gina, to like keep my cool as well, because like the way that I read your message, I was triggered by that because I can feel your frustration with the cards, and I don't want to feed into that. You know, I want to remind myself that I am also healing. I am also learning how to be prudent with myself. I am also learning how to release these patterns that suppress the emotion, because it's essential to not suppress our emotions, but to feel it, because there is value in conflict, and this is where some of the greatest lessons can be learned. But she's not going to be satisfied as long as... No, I mean, like, it is what it is. I can't speak for her. So I do want to just be silent for a second. That's really what I do. I see you, Gina. The cards see you. Your guides see you. The spirit team sees you. Universe sees you. We're proud of you and all the good work that you've been doing and all the people that you help. May you continue to speak from a space of purity and clearing any egoic desire and need for validation. May you continue to stay in the seat of the student. May you continue to commit yourself to this path and recognize that it never ends. You're great. I'm nothing more than a reflection of you. May you continue to allow yourself to sit with what it is that riles you up, because those are important moments. You know, like, I don't want to stray away from them. This is about you. I am not upset with you. Oh, this isn't about you. I was like, all right. That's a funny typo. We're all you. Like, we're nothing more than reflections of each other, if you ask me. Like, I am a reflection of you. You are a reflection of me. We all have something to teach. We all have something to learn. Nobody's better than anybody. We all provide great value, and that's why I love the space that I get to share, to cultivate, to recognize that we all have something to share here, and everybody deserves the space, especially if it's coming from somewhere that's pure, especially if it's coming from a place of wanting to connect rather than, like, take advantage of. Like, no, we're also strong within our energy, so, like, that kind of energy does not remain here. This is very crucial for everybody here. So, Gina, I'm very grateful for this moment. And the moon is very strong right now. It's definitely pulling out all sorts of energies that we don't need to carry with us. So as we flow forward, if you ever choose to come back here, whether you get a reading or not, like, just showing up and being here, may you continue to commit to your journey. Commit to your path of healing, because this is lifelong, honey. As long as there is suffering in the world, as long as there are people who are going through it, there's still healing to be done. Because if everything is a reflection, if someone outside of me is suffering, there's somewhere within me that also deserves to reach peace. And if I can assist somebody in their endeavor of healing and finding peace within, then I'll do so to the best of my ability. I love the polar aspect. This is strong Gemini energy. I'm grateful for this too. Freaking powerful indeed. This is a very solid, like, I really love the direction with this. So Gina, thank you for being honest. Thank you for speaking your truth. Thank you for not just going to the wayside and be like, oh yeah, that was cute, I like that reading. Like, nah, like, thank you for being honest with me. And I want to just encourage you to continue to commit to your path of healing, and to continue to stay fresh in your perspective. Like, never shall we ever get attached. Like, we're here to establish healthy connection, but attachment leads to suffering. And so if I'm attached to the idea that I'm doing the good work, I'm a teacher, I deserve to be validated and seen. Like, of course you deserve respect, but if you like need somebody to like gas you up because you need somebody to tout your ego, like, that's not coming from a pure place, if you ask me. That's coming from a superficial space, which is, I think, one of the biggest inhibiting factors from allowing people to step into their greatness in this day and age. Because there's such a strong ego wound in this modern society, especially with teachers. Like, as a yoga practitioner himself, as somebody who holds space for yoga, breathwork, and meditation, there's a lot of teachers out here who pride themselves in that. And as the wise Kendrick Lamar says, love's gonna get you killed, but pride's gonna be the death of you and you and me and you and you and you and me. Like, happy Pride Month. Bitch! Like, the world doesn't need an ego death. The world needs to integrate the ego. The world needs to heal the ego. The world needs to step into the ego with a healthy lens rather than thinking that they are just their ego. Because you're so much deeper than the ego. The ego is how we relate onto the world. The ego is how we see ourselves and how we identify and how we express. The ego deserves to be integrated from a healthy space. But if I'm walking around like I'm hot shit because I went through 5,000 hours of training and I paid $1 million in order to get this certificate, that doesn't mean shit. If you're still walking around touting your ego, that doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. And so, like, this is where the balance comes into play. Because ultimately the ego can suppress us as well. And this is where learning how to be silent is crucial. Being humble is cool, but, like, we don't always have to be humble either. Like, it's just like learning how to be appropriate. Learning how to be appropriate. Like, learning how to, because, like, also from the same exact song, like, I can't fake humble because your ass is insecure. I can't fake humble because your ass is insecure. That's just not how I am, and I don't expect you to do the same. I'm glad that it didn't resonate. I'm glad that we're having this conversation right now. I'm glad that we're dipping our toes into new visions. Like, we're literally embodying these cards right now. We are healing. We are allowing ourselves the space right now through this conversation to undo the suppression and the ideas. See? Exactly. Because that's the work that I do. Like, I don't give up. This resonates. Exactly. See, like, you wanted something more somatic. You wanted something that was deeper. You wanted something that's actually connecting one-on-one. You wanted somebody to see you where you are in your journey right now. And I'm so grateful to be able to see you. So may you continue to enjoy your time in Italy. May you continue to dive deep into your good work and sit with your lessons and integrate the healing of the ego. May you continue to show up for the people who feel called to learn alongside you with honor, with valor, because the work that you do is very important. It's very important. It's essential. You're not here just to make money. You're not here to tout yourself up for the ego. You're here to assist the collective in raising the vibration and the frequency of this planet so we can step into new visions that we've never seen before, especially if you're going to adorn and embody the title of a teacher. Cool. Dig it. I've never spoken like that on one of my live streams before. Thank you for allowing me to tap into this energy. This is very important. This is very important. If you're going to wear the teacher shirt, if you're going to wear the suit of the teacher, you got to stay a student. And that's me speaking to myself. Because I'm always speaking to myself. At the end of the day, we're always speaking to ourselves. Anything anybody ever says is nothing more than a direct reflection of their relationship to their self. And I want to be one of the best teachers I can ever be. Absolutely. Why else would I be here? Absolutely. Sarah, I appreciate your patience. Y'all are amazing. Yes, we do have a queue, so we're going to keep this moving. I honor y'all's time, your effort, and energy. Lisa, you are up next, and then Sarah, you will be in this. Lisa, are you here? Did I scare you away? I appreciate you, Paige. I feel very satisfied with this. Thank you, Gina. Much love to you. I wish you the utmost grace in your healing and your journey. Italy sounds gorgeous. Absolutely. Lisa, I had to grab my crystals. Need some support. Got you, Lisa. I got you. Do you have any questions for these cards? Anything you want to speak into the space? General reading. You commented in your donation. I got you. We're focusing. Gina, I lovingly release you. You're always welcome back here. I want you to know that. If you feel so called to step back into this space, you are welcome back here. I lovingly release you. You're more than welcome to kick it for the rest of the evening while we're on live stream. Fare thee well. We're going to shuffle these cards. We're going to clear this energy so we can show up fresh for our next reading. Thank you, Lisa, for your patience. What crystals did you grab? What crystals did you grab? General direction for sure. Trouble allowing myself to love someone. I see you. Hayoka. Absolutely. All of them. I got the whole bag. One of each, please. This song is called Hold Me Like Water by Empress of. It's a beautiful song. Hold Me Like Water. Hayoka. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, Lisa. General guidance. Any clarity, any direction when it comes to loving somebody? Empress of is such a beast, bro. Such a beast. A beautiful, beautiful, empowering individual. I'm gonna restart this song. Like this song is like kismet on what just happened. Like 10, 23, 1, 2, 3 out here. This song is like so much in sync with what we just experienced as a crew here tonight. Lucky number 50. Shouts out Faye Reed. Alright, Lisa. We're focusing. General reading. Guidance, clarity, direction for Lisa in the journey of opening the heart. Fuck yeah, Lisa. Let's go. These are some great cards. Alright, general guidance. All of the cards here in the tarot are in reverse. The only card that's right side up is your goddess, Lizzie, the goddess of revelations here. A lot's being revealed right now. Shaken. I see you. Lizzie. Let's start here. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Lord of Abundance. Ten of Pentacles alongside the Lord of Abundance. Lord of Wealth. Lord of Wealth. In the root, we have the Eight of Swords. Lord of Shortened Force. We have moment to moment here. We have trust here. Sharing here. General reading, though you did add a little context to the reading. And just because you waited for it, we're going to show you one more card. Underneath the sharing card, we have courage here. See, right now, when it comes to that love and opening up to this person, this is where you are here to stay open in your heart, and this is the key to the abundance and the wealth, ultimately. Allowing yourself to stay open to everything, whether it's this connection or whatever it is that's being experienced at this moment in time. The card's reminding you that the universe is here, holding you up. Just like these stones underneath this man's feet, the earth supports you every step of the way. Gravity holds you down. Gravity will keep you centered, keep you grounded, will keep you in tune. Right now, we cannot overstate the importance of trusting the universe, that we are always in the perfect place at the perfect time with the perfect people. Life itself is abundant. Everything has the potential to be a teacher. Every bit of the experience, every sensation, every thought, every three-dimensional sensation, like every taste, sight, scent, smell, feeling, all has a potential to guide us greater, deeper into our core, into our center, into our connection with self. And when we are embodied in this space, this is really where we claim that abundance and that wealth, that just like appreciation and love for life. But you know, it might actually play out in a way that is financial as well. If we want to go down that route, potentially you do have some like good like potentials, opportunities on the horizon when it comes to calling in financial abundance, material abundance, but also like health is wealth. As you continue to step into your journey of healing and you continue to bring illumination to the shadow aspects of self, you continue to sit with the fear rather than feeding into the fear. You continue to witness it rather than identifying with it and letting it take the ship. You stay grounded, you steer the wheel, and you continue to trust in the process, and this will allow the truth and the lessons to reveal themselves to you. And claiming this abundance, claiming this wealth, shortens any forces that are attempting to obstruct you from stepping into your greatness. Health is the ultimate wealth. Health is the ultimate abundance. May you continue to trust to know that you are doing exactly what you need to be doing. May you continue to dive deep into your shadow and stay open in your heart the best that you can. A practical way that we can practice this is by literally rolling our shoulders back, by letting our shoulders and our heart stay open, by breathing down to our root, breathing up to our heart, breathing into the heart space, exhaling, releasing into the heart space. Because the heart space is the place of neutral existence. The heart space is here between the hands because we can literally embrace the entirety of our reality from the heart space. In fact, the planet in which we live, Mother Earth, Gaia, Tiamat, is the heart chakra of the universe. And she will continue to radically embrace every bit of the experience just like we can with loving awareness. May we continue to commit to this path and this journey, because in doing so, we're then able to share our presence, share our love and awareness, share our abundance and our wealth, which is ultimately just your presence. Your presence is wealthy. Your presence is abundant. And sharing your presence with the world is an absolute gift. Knowing that the universe is never going to hand you anything that you're not capable of handling. If you're feeling challenged, this is a test to see, okay, how am I going to show up right now? Am I going to fall into past patterns and previous ways of like needing to validate myself and defend myself? Or am I going to step into a way that's going to allow me to uncover a deeper meaning here? What is the universe really trying to show me? Am I going to close myself or am I going to stay open? Your presence is ultimately empowering, and it's so crucial to stay open. You said, I've had trouble trusting and recently noticed that I slouch a lot. I'm tired of carrying the weight. It's time to let that shit go, babes. It's time to continue practice releasing, because it's not going to happen overnight if that's the momentum that you've been cultivating. You know, an object in motion stays in motion unless acted by an outside force. And I get to be that outside force right now to deliver this message that, hey, you have a choice and you can make a different decision. Instead of feeding into the distrust, you can ask, where's this coming from? And more likely than not, it's from an experience in which you have potentially been taken advantage of, or you've been let down, either intentionally or just based on the circumstances of the reality. And the more you can make peace with these experiences and not let them define how you navigate forward, but just see them as experiences, but they don't have to be the determining factors, because you are the creator, Lisa. You get to decide how things play out for you, and you get to choose how you want to navigate from here. And of course, if you choose to navigate from a space of distrust, it's going to amplify that energy. It's going to magnify that. And I can only speak that from my own personal experience. And the universe doesn't like that. The universe likes it when we trust her. When we trust the universe, she will continue to show us that we made the right decision. I can also speak that from the truth, 100%. Right now, we're here to put an end to those worries, those doubts, those fears, those limiting beliefs, those which is obstructing us from stepping into our greatness, from obstructing us from stepping into our capacity of wealth and abundance. And as you continue to choose the path of healing, choose the path of showing up and cultivating your presence, getting to know yourself, getting to know your soul, not just Lisa on the body level, but getting to know your soul, stepping into your divinity, your essence as the creator, getting to know your masculine and your feminine within, getting to know your intuition and your actions, getting to know your thoughts and emotions, your actions and your feelings, your masculines and your feminines, your yang and your yin, will allow you then to integrate this experience and step into the role as the creator, because the creator is from the connection of the masculine and the feminine. Right now, you're being reminded that it's literally, life is moment to moment. The only thing that exists is this present moment. May you continue to show up clear, present, grounded, centered. We're nothing more than the stories we tell ourselves. So what stories are you telling yourself, and what stories do you want to release? Especially beneath this full moon right now is the perfect time to overwrite any patterning that is no longer in alignment with you. To clear it, to alchemize it, to release it, so you can continue to clean the slate and show up and tell yourself new stories. Like you can say, you know what? I'm actually going to trust the universe today. You know what? I'm actually going to stay open in my heart. I'm going to make a reminder for myself to stay open in my heart, to not slouch, but to focus on my body, and to continue to practice this on a daily basis, intentionally focusing, keeping my heart open, and like when the distrust presents itself, ask, where's this coming from? Do I want to continue to do this? Is this path benefiting me? Is this thought pattern assisting me in stepping into my greatness in my journey of healing? Is this perception a lens that I want to continue to look through? Or am I ready to release these blinders? You're allowed to ask yourself these questions, and that's where the deep work comes, and that's where the real revelations begin to present themselves. And in choosing to navigate from this space, you're ending cycles that no longer are resonant. You're clearing curses, you're clearing patterns, programs, perceptions that are no longer integrated. So may you continue to alchemize these energies. May you continue to harmonize these energies. May you continue to purge and relinquish anything that is no longer in resonance with your divinity, because that is ultimately the goal, your divinity, learning how to step into and embody your God-given gifts, talents, and presence. Thank you, Lisa. Powerful, Very important message. And in doing so, you can show up and share your presence with the world. I'll see you at the crossroads. Thank you, Lisa. I know you're on the path. May you continue to commit to this journey. It's daily endeavor. Every moment we're provided the decision. Every instant we're provided the opportunity to practice. Every single heartbeat and breath, we are provided the choice to choose life, choose love, choose healing. That brought me clarity. Cool. I love to read this. I love to read this. May you continue to tap into this. Very powerful. That resonated with me. Dig it. Such a powerful tune. I love this song so much. Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad that it resonated. Even if it didn't, I'd still be glad. I'm very glad that it did, though. Because I see you, and I want you to continue to tap into this for yourself. Recognizing that you're the only one who can do it, and it's just moment to moment. Every decision, be graceful, be patient, be persistent, is essential. Jamming. We jamming. Always. Alright, Lisa, we're going to lovingly release you. May you continue to overwrite these patterns and these ways of distrust and recognize, you know what? I don't need to carry this weight anymore. I can let this go. I can release this. Fairly well. Sarah's up next. Mr. Rufio, if you want to jump into the queue, and if anybody else wants to jump into the queue, if I haven't scared y'all away, Cash App and Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. PayPal Zelle is in the bio. Yeah, switch out those foggy lenses. Now's the time to clean the mirror and continue to see with clairvoyance. Recognizing that the universe wants to support you, the earth is holding you up, you're here for it. Honestly, Paige, I feel like I've hit my limit today. Yes, 22 for cards. I think we're going to probably wrap up this live stream soon. A lot of energy has been exchanged here, and I want to honor that with myself. I got some work that I wanted to do, but we ended up jumping on the live stream again, so I want to get back to building my website tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. And I can jump on a little early. I'm in a newish relationship, and I'm not sure what the universe has to say. Also moving soon. Sure. Thank you, Lex. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate y'all's understanding. I know you are. Paige, did I get you a card yesterday? We did do subscriber cards yesterday, but you jumped in pretty late into the live stream yesterday. So if you didn't get a card, I'll be happy to draw one for you if that's all right. If the other subscribers aren't butthurt about that, I could get one for you because you weren't there for that. We did. But also I feel like if I do one for you, I do one for everybody. So I'll sit with it. We're going to do Sarah's card. We're going to do Sarah's cards and I'll check back in. Alright. Mad props, Lex. Alright. Sarah, let's see what these cards have to say for you today. Any clarity, any guidance, any direction regarding one's newest relationship and what the universe has to say. Potentially if there's any energy. Nothing but love. Cheers. If there's any guidance, any clarity regarding the move, let's see what the cards have to say. Kinsey, I see you. Appreciate you. You're on my thoughts today. I got in the water, and I was like, I wonder if Kinsey got in the water today. Yes, rest well, Kinsey. Thank you for being here. Props. Alright, Paige, we'll get you a card. Yes. Right now, we are reading for Sarah. Cards, what do you have to say? Any guidance, any clarity, any direction regarding Sarah's relationship and the move that's on the horizon? Let's see what the cards have to say. You're good, dude. You don't gotta be sorry. Everything in perfect time. I'm glad you made your way back. We're gonna cut this deck. We're gonna clear it. We're gonna let it rest. Let's get this energy moving. Here for it, Sarah. Stoked. All in perfect time. cards see you in your journey of maturing, of evolving, and stepping deeper into your soul's mission. We have maturity here, right side up in the root. Maturity for you. We have existence over here in the draw, also right side up. The cards seeing you in your journey of evolution here on Earth. Gaia. Much love, Kinsey. Fare thee well. We'll see you soon. Gaia here for you. Sarah. Turning inward here. Reverse. 7 of Pentacles here. Lord of Success Unfulfilled. Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of the Thrones of Air. Knight of Swords, also reverse in the root. Lord of the Winds and the Breezes. Do you plan on doing long distance? Question. Getting this energy that the cards just more so recognize you in your own personal journey and encouraging you the path of delving deeper into your connection with your internal voice, your personal connection. Oh, it is long distance already? Alright, cool. Then the moving thing doesn't necessarily have to affect things too much. Getting this energy that right now you're being called to just continue to be real and recognize aspects of your personal experience that are no longer necessary as you are evolving, like shedding the skin kind of energy, like releasing patterns and programs that are no longer in resonance with where you're moving, literally and metaphysically. Like as you're maturing, you're going to release aspects of self that are no longer necessary. May you continue to embrace this bits of existence by turning in. May you continue to focus on your internal connection and recognize like your soul has a mission. Oh yeah, no, I didn't assume that you were moving in with him. I just like thought like, oh, if like you're moving towns or something, like is it gonna challenge your relationship? But the fact that you're already in a long distance relationship, like it's not really gonna affect much. Like I don't really see that like really affecting things ultimately. But right now the card's just like being mindful, like yeah, like you're here to honor your soul and do what you want to do. So may you continue to put an end to all the patterns that are no longer in resonance, that success unfulfilled. Like, okay, what is not working for me right now? Like what's obstructing me from stepping into my maturity? Like what aspects of my youth are still lingering that I don't need to carry any longer? Like being hyper reactive to one's emotions, that's a very I'll say immature space. Like right now the card's being mindful of emotional maturity and learning how to harness one's emotions from a space of groundedness and continue to cultivate a space of awareness so that you can communicate from clarity. Knight of Swords here, swords being the element of air the element of communication, how we are speaking to ourselves and also how we're speaking with our body language. How are you expressing yourself onto the world, and what spells are you speaking into your space? What ideas and visions and images are you subscribing to and holding in your mind's eye? Because this is ultimately going to affect your experience here on Earth. May you continue to dive into your throne here as the Queen of Cups. This is where you're moving and maturing into learning how to honor your emotions and your intuitions. Because the Cups energy, water is emotion, water is intuition. Your emotions and your intuitions will continue to point you in the direction of where you need to go as a soul, just like you feel called to get your home and move where you need to go. May you continue to cultivate a practice of turning in, reminding oneself that ultimately this whole life experience is a journey of going inward. And it's easy to get lost in the distraction and the material reality of things, but ultimately you are here to devote yourself to the journey of the soul. Existence is really about letting our internal waters exude through our person. Learning how to get to know ourselves on this internal, eternal level will then shift how things are then expressed. When you claim this, you are then stepping into your power and your role as goddess. Rest well, Lex. Appreciate you being here. Always a pleasure. Godspeed to you. We'll see you soon. Yes, Sarah. So, I want to ask you, like, what stories are you telling yourself Thank you. I will, Lex. I got Jamie. She jumped into the queue. That'll be our last reading tonight. Got a card for you, Paige. Don't you forget. I didn't forget. After this reading, we got Jamie. And then that'll be it. Fantastic. So we've been on here for what? Yeah, almost 2 hours. It's been a good day. Good day. So Sarah, what stories are you telling yourself and what are you ready to release? What are you ready to overwrite and let go of? So you can continue to step into your presence and who you are on an eternal level rather than getting lost in the material reality. Because ultimately, like, our soul came here with a destiny, it came here with a mission, it came here with a purpose. The more we can get to know ourselves on this level, the more we can honor that and then really claim our power in our role as creator, as cosmic conduits, as individuals who are ready for greatness, ultimately. Yes. Appreciate you, Paige. Nothing more than a reflection of you. Absolutely. Don't get lost in the sauce, Sarah. Don't get lost in the sauce. Everything that we experience can be a guide to our inner world and our inner landscapes, and ultimately that's where the real work is cultivating that space within and then allowing that then to permeate externally. Absolutely. Crucial. Keys. I'm curious how this resonates. We're going to flow forward. I'm feeling pretty complete with this reading, Sarah. I wish you the utmost joy in your journeys as you continue to step into your divinity and learn how to embody your God-given gifts and talents. Crucial. Maturity is essential and happening organically. The real challenge is learning how to get out of one's way, learning how to show up and surrender. It's crucial. Absolutely, my dudes. Turning inward, because this is where the real magic happens. Power to you. I'll see you next time. I wish you safe travels on your move. Fare thee well. Paige, we're going to draw a card from the Zen Osho Tarot deck for you today. And then Jamie, I got you on the Cash App, and you'll be up next. Epic, epic, epic. Currently, we are wrapping up personal readings for those just jumping in. It's good to see you. Salutations, my dudes. It's been a solid evening. Indeed, just straight channeling for almost 2 hours. Very, very fun to be able to deliver the messages here. A gift, indeed. Currently, we are flowing forward. Paige, I got you a card over here. The Zen Osho Tarot. What's your question, Starshine? Right now, we're going to focus our energies. Ooh, one's jumping out. Let's cut that again. There we go. Aloneness. Right now, feeling reminded the importance and the sanctity of solitude. The importance of allowing oneself to cultivate a space for one's individuality, for Paige. Just for Paige. Nothing more, nothing less. How essential it is to prioritize this on a weekly, if not daily basis. Time just to check in with yourself. Time to prioritize your connection with self. How crucial that is. I know you know this, but also like we can always dive deeper into this. We are currently wrapping up the queue this evening. We're not taking any more readings after the next one. Definitely need it daily, yeah. Even just 5 breaths. Like for me lately, it's been getting into the creek and going to the nature preserve and jumping into the water. It's been so hot out here, and it's been very good for me and my being to get into the water. Like, just getting in the water is like so crucial. Definitely do it. Definitely do it. Starshine, I'm not sure what your question means. What is horns? Yeah, that aloneness is crucial because, like, ultimately the best connections are that, like, the ones that we can be alone with people with. Like, when we don't feel like we need to put on a show or a mask, like, we don't need to do something, anything specific. Like, the best connections, or at least my personal opinion, is, like, the relationships where I can be alone, you know, because aloneness is all one. And so you're not here to, like, you want to step into the relationships that allow you to express, like, as much as you can as you will. May you continue to also just get to know yourself on these deeper levels. Being silent is essential, not needing to fill the space. Exactly. With words or activities, just being able to sit in one's presence is where some of the greatest connection arises. Absolutely. That's good, Jody. Good to see you. I appreciate your gifts. It's been a bit. Groovy page. Such an important card. Never hurts to be reminded of this. Just to close it out, as we're flowing forward, glad to hear that it resonates. My first username, which I think I'm going to return to on a different level, not necessarily a username, but I still have it here. Social Solitude is my first username on the internet. Social Solitude. And like, that's like such an important path to be able to balance one's social and solitudeness. Yes, and of course we gotta tune in first before we go forward. Yeah, that was my Tumblr in high school. I thought I was so clever when I thought of that. I still remember where I was. We were having dinner at a Mexican restaurant with the family, and I was like, I know what my Tumblr username is gonna be. Social Solitude. That sounds so cool. I was like 15. I still love it, dude. And it was my Instagram for a long while. Yeah. But now I'm going to save it for our next project. So, it's happening. Love Stoned. I love it. That's awesome. Alright, Jamie. Jamie, are you here? Do you have any questions for the cards today? Anything you want to focus on? Stay tuned. That's right. I'm planting the seeds, but I'm not going to give too much information. Still seeking guidance for an employment path. What is blocking me from receiving job offers? Curious. Let's see what the cards have to say. Any clarity? Any messages? What can Jamie focus on in order to bring positive change into one's reality? Cards, do you have any clarity? Any messages? Any guidance that wants to be spoken into the space? Let's see this energy moving. Start shuffling. Jamie, any direction? Any guidance? Messages? Clarity? Regarding one's job search. Let's see what these cards have to say today. I don't know what horns means. What is horns? This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're literally saying a word that I'm not picking up. I don't have a definition for that. Starshine. We'll get back to this conversation because we're focusing on Jamie's reading right now, but I literally have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what horns are. Like, what horns are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, instruments? Are you talking about, like, horns? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, we're going to flow forward. Jamie, for you, any messages, any clarity regarding one's job endeavors? What should one focus on to call in a dream gig? Let's get right to it. What messages want to be spoken for Jamie today? Only 2 cards writes it up. First, we have politics here. Politics here writes that up. Traveling here. Traveling. We have aloneness in the root in reverse. Yeah, definitely those 2 like speak right on it. Exactly. Politics and traveling. I knew you were going to pick those up. We have the Hermit over here. What's good, Faye? Welcome back. The Hermit here. Magus of the Voices of the Light. Excuse me. We have Lord of Defeat here. 5 of Swords. 2 of Swords here. Reverse. Lord of Peace restored. Brigid. Here, the goddess of creation. Springtime, the creative spark. For you, Jamie. Regarding the job search, potentially expanding your horizons. Like, literally, potentially, like, seeking a job that's in a completely different state or city. Expanding your horizons so that you can continue to stay open and not be so stuck in where you are. Also, potentially, like, what's getting in the way of things is, like, the politics of what's happening in the world. So more so, like, calling into the universe and making peace within. Because I'm also getting the sense that there's, like, an energetic block here in your field if I'm going to tap in a little bit. The fact that we have aloneness and the Hermit card here is showing me, like, very much right now is, like, important for Jamie to sit with Jamie. So, like, where is this energy block? Where do I need to put an end to a limiting belief, a pattern, an expectation, an attachment, an energy that's no longer in resonance with me? Where do I need to defeat that so I can clear that energy from my field and step into peace restored? Because there's something that is blocking the creative energy. And right now, you're being, like, I'm here to remind you that you are the creator of your reality. The more you can create potential for yourself. So also not being so attached or fixated on, like, the line of work. Like, maybe it's time to explore a new line of work, to look for other opportunities to acquire finances. Like, to not just be so stuck in one path, or just continue to allow yourself to be open to greater definitions or potentials. And instead of calling in a specific job, like being so fixated on that, I don't know how desperate you are currently, but I also want to recognize that, like, desperation is not an energy that we carry with us here. That's a scarcity mentality programming, and you're here to step into a state of abundance, trusting that the universe does have something in store for you. So the more you can surrender the logic and the reason and step into the intuition, which I know it, like, is completely counterintuitive to what, like, we've been programmed to think on a materialistic societal level, but ultimately, like, the more we can release this energetic programming, the more we can open ourselves up to the infinite potential that the universe has in store for us, and then manifest and create a opportunity that's going to be perfect. It's always darkest before the dawn, as they say, and this is truth, at least from my own personal experience. So right now, definitely getting this energy that the universe is testing you to see if you're going to commit to your path of the universe, trusting that the universe has something in store for you, and how can you continue to redefine your own personal relationship and attachment to these expectations of what it even means to have a job. Because ultimately the real work is connecting to the soul. The real work is tapping into your mission, your destiny, and what you're here to do. And if there is an occupation that is in alignment with this, that's much better than a job that's just here to pay the bills. Because you can go out there and get any job. That's the thing. Like, everywhere is hiring right now. Everywhere is hiring right now. And anywhere would be lucky to have you join their team, regardless of the work. It's good that you have, like, boundaries and limits of what it is that you're willing to do and not to do for money. And at the same time, like, not to be so attached either, because ultimately these attachments will create blockages in our field that is going to obstruct our potential from stepping into our roles here. Knowing that if you ask me, the universe and these cards are complementing this, are asking you to bring peace within and dive inward to your connection with Jamie, so you then may ask, okay, universe, what do you want from me? Rather than, what do I want? This is how we get out of our own way, and we step in as cosmic channels, open conduits to let spirit speak, let the soul move through thee. Ultimately, this is the journey of life, if you ask me, not to get caught up in the physical representation, but more so tap into the metaphysical experience and how we can stay open to the guidance of the signs around us, within and all around thee, so that we continue to live the dream ultimately, because what the universe has in store for us is always so much grander and more wild than anything that we could ever imagine. So it's so important to ask, where am I holding on too tight, and how can I continue to let go? Crucial and necessary. So much confirmation on what's being hearing right now. So basically, but basically ignoring. Why are you ignoring it? Why are you ignoring it? Is it because of fear? Is it because of logic and reason? Discomfort? Life begins at the end of our comfort zone, yeah? That's what I've been told. And when we learn how to dive into our edges of our comfort zone, fear. Do you want to live a life that operates from a lens of fear? Do you want to live a life that allows fear to be the guiding factor of your reality and your ship? Or do you want to step into a life of faith? Fear is an invitation to evolve. Faye, I love your perspective so dearly. You have such an epic way of bringing things to the silver lining. Fear is an invitation to evolve. Speak the truth, Faye. Fear is crucial. It's an essential part of the aspect of the experience. It points us in the direction of what it is that we want to do, and it's always going to present itself in the way that is right in front of the things that we want to claim. Man, mad love. Yeah, that's money. Faith over fear 100% of the time. Fear is pain and pain is growth. Perhaps. Perhaps indeed. Fear doesn't always have to be painful. It definitely points us in the direction, and it's important to dive into the fear. It's important to dive into the fear. Damaris, I got you on the Cash App. You're going to be the last reading. I told everybody that Jamie is going to be the last reading, but I'm going to guess you weren't here for that, so you'll be our last reading. Alright, cool. Queue's closed. Yeah, Jamie, be courageous out there. Look fear in the face and say, I'm still doubling down on my faith. I'm still going to choose to expand, seeing this as an invitation to evolve. Yes, crucial, crucial, crucial. Power to you. Yes. Faye, I'm going to carry that one with me wherever I go. That's true, living life. The road to hell is built from fear. Exactly. Fear is our greatest inhibiting factor from stepping into our truth, into our divinity. The universe wants to see you step into faith. The universe wants, because it can't support you if you don't trust her. That's the thing. If you are afraid, that's the energy that you're going to continue to carry with you. If you step in with faith, that's the energy that's going to continue to carry with you. May you continue to be strong, be brave, look fear in the face and say, not today. I'm choosing to love myself. I'm choosing to move to my faith. It takes strength. It takes strength. Radical resilience. Super Goodert. Yeah, pain's one of my best friends. Pain is one of our greatest teachers. It's important to learn how to love the pain. That's how we can integrate it and learn from it indeed. Yeah, it's not easy stepping out of the comfort zone. It can be pretty painful at times. I wouldn't always say that fear is pain, though. I think that they are different, but what's the big deal? It's not a big deal. That's just like my personal perspective. And yes, that is true. Groovy, Jamie. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. I'm glad to hear that this was confirming. Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the signs. The universe will first plant the seed, give you ideas of what you need to do. Then it'll begin to speak it. Then it'll start to shout, and you don't want to ignore it when it's shouting, because we don't need to dive into the next depth. We don't need to be smacked down by the universe. We don't need the universe to, I told you so, you know? Like, if we can just listen, because the universe will find a way to get your attention. And it's going to start very small, and then it'll get louder, and then it'll potentially put us in our place. Sometimes we have to go down that path. But as someone who has done that, I'm here to realize, yo, you don't actually have to do that, okay? Cool. Groovy. Jamie, I know your dream gig is right around the corner for you. It really is. So I want you to continue to imagine that and continue to place and commit yourself to these energies so that you don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to worry anymore. learning how to utilize the imagination as a gift to create the reality that it is that you wish to see. And ultimately, the world will continue to alter accordingly. 100%. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Peace and prosperity. And as the wise ones say, Godspeed. Starshine, you're cool, fam. I still have no idea what you're talking about, though. Like, horns. Are you talking about this? Are you talking about these? I don't know. I don't know. Well, what's good, Jake? We are golden. It's a beautiful day. Anyway, Starshine, maybe we can jump back into that conversation another time. I wish you beautiful rest. Absolutely. Damaris, I have you on the Cash App. Do you have any questions for these cards? Any intentions you want to speak into the space today? Anything you want us to focus on as we flow forward? Damaris, do you have any questions for these cards? Anything you want to focus on? I just want confirmation on the person I'm currently talking to right now. I feel very confused. Basically a love reading. You got it, dear. Absolutely. Let's see what these cards have to say. Any confirmation, any clarity, any direction, any messages, confirmations, synchronicities, providing clarity for Damaris today. Let's see what these cards have to say. We're going to get these cards moving, shuffling, ready to read. Basically, a love reading for Damaris this evening. Let's see what these cards have to say. We are stoked. We are ready to play. You get an extra card. Only one of them is right side up, though. Only one of them. All the cards in reverse, except for this one over here. Thunderbolt. In the root of the Zen Oshotero. We have success here, reverse. Patience here. Ace of Swords here. Ace of Pentacles here. Lord of the roots of the powers of air, Lord of the roots of the powers of earth. Nine of Swords, Lord of despair and cruelty. The Sun, Lord of the fire of the world and the root. And the goddess for you, communication. Clearly, there's a obstacle in the communication, the fact that there's some level of confusion here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be turning to me, an outside perspective. Getting this energy that this relationship does have the potential to be successful. It's just going to require a little bit of patience. Maybe you're just going through a little rough patch, a moment of growing out of the comfort zone, a moment of expansion, of growing pains. I'm getting this energy that this is new for the both of you. A new level of relationship, of redefining what relationship looks like. So it's going to take some time. All good things take time. Intention is crucial and key. The shocking reality is that exactly. But this container of the relationship has the potential to assist both of you in tapping into this frequency of success. Ultimately, what matters most is how you continue to connect and commit yourself with intention. Like, why are you showing up in this relationship? Why do you want this relationship? Does it feel good in your soul? Or do you just like not want to be alone? Like, these are important questions. Do you feel like you can grow with this person? Do you feel like you two complement each other? Is it easy to communicate? Is it easy to be yourself with this person? Can you shine your light as a sun, all unapologetically, boundless with your expression, just apparent, open, letting your truth exude through you? Or do you feel like you gotta hide yourself a little bit? Can you step into your embodiment, Ace of Pentacles, and wield your gifts, your swords, and learn how to communicate what it is? Like, is it easy to communicate with this person? Do you challenge each other? Do you encourage each other? I'm getting some energies of like yes to a lot of this, but also that it's very new. So it's like, wait, I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm doing, and that's okay. It's okay not to know. And doing so, you can override previous patterns in relationships that were like rooted in like despair and cruelty. He's so understanding, it makes me feel comfortable, but he barely communicates with me. I see. Yeah, definitely getting that energy that like maybe it's time to speak that. Have you communicated that to him? That like, hey, like I need a little bit more communication. Like, you're safe here. You're allowed to speak your truth. You're allowed to open your heart to me if you want to. I don't know how long y'all have been dating. I don't know how deep the connection is. We have PayPal and Zelle, Molly. PayPal and Zelle is in the bio. Yes. Damaris. Right now, I'm getting the energy that potentially is challenging. Says he has 2 jobs, but I find it hard to believe sometimes that he can't find time. Wait, you don't trust that he has 2 jobs? I feel like he's not really busy as he's saying. That's funny. That's an energy that doesn't, like, that little distrust, that's not necessary. If he wanted to, he would, yeah, potentially, but also maybe he doesn't have the bandwidth. Like, maybe he needs to take care of himself. That's essential. Like, maybe he recognizes, like, what's crucial for him. Like, I'm gonna give him grace as a man. Because it's, like, we're not taught how to communicate. Male body beings are not taught how to communicate. And it's a lot of challenge for a lot of dudes out here, especially those who are not tapped into their feminine and their emotions. I'm not giving him excuses. I'm just like, it's important to practice patience. And if you don't trust him, like, do you want to carry a relationship like that? Like, do you want to step into a relationship where there's like a lack of trust? Caitlin, you can do what you wish. I'm not going to tell how you live your life, but you know, I've done readings like back to back, like multiple days in a row for people. So if that's what feels called to you, you're more than welcome to. Yes, Damaris. Because right now, you are here for connections that you can show up in, and you don't need, like, to hold yourself back. Like, you're here for a connection that can complement you where you are and meet you where you are in your capacity to step into anchoring into your earthly powers, your role here as a soul. You're ready for a relationship that sees you as a star, as a sun, where you can step into a connection that's like a binary star system where you're both stars and you're both orbiting each other and you're building relationship together. These kind of relationships, they take patience, they take consistency, they take dedication and devotion. Caitlin, the queue is open after this one. I told everybody that this was going to be our last reading, but it seems that there's a fair amount of people who want to jump in, so I'll stick around for a couple moments. If anybody drops a donation, I will honor that. You know, we're here for it. We're here for it. I still got the energy. I'm hitting a second wave right now that I'm seeing that there's some demand. Here for it. We've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes though, so it is what it is. I do tend to get impatient, but it's because I've been hurt before. Yeah, I see you, and that's like the thing. It's like not projecting that energy into new relationships, because you don't want to carry past patterns into new relationships. You don't want to bring previous bullshit into a fresh connection. That's where it's so crucial to be able to do that like deep work with oneself to like really heal before we step into a new, fresh connection. So right now, you're being called to reflect as well. Like, what patterns am I bringing into this next relationship? I got it, Caitlin. Don't allow the past to take over the present. Exactly. Yeah. Gotta stay present. You gotta stay present. The past is an illusion. May you continue to stay grounded in your truth and groove to the tune of your heartstrings. Speaking what it is that you want to see, but ultimately not being too attached. Yes. May you continue to focus on your personal connection with yourself as well. Like, why do you want this relationship? Why do you want this relationship? Don Maurice, what are your intentions in this relationship? I will tell you that just getting in a relationship because you don't want to be by yourself, because you don't want to be single, because you feel lonely, these are not really deep reasons to get into a relationship. And oftentimes when people step into relationships from this space, they aren't grounded, they aren't rooted, they don't last as long, they're not as easy to sustain. But when we recognize that, like, oh, like, I'm ready to step into a soul-to-soul connection and honor my destiny and connect with a person from this space, like, universe wants to see me continue to step into my path and journey of spirituality, because ultimately spirituality is getting to know oneself in one's core, in one's truth. And all relationships deserve to be reflections and mirrors to assist us along the journey of getting to know ourselves better. So if you want to get to know yourself better and you want to utilize the container of a relationship to do so, then that's a great intention. And also helping your partner do the same thing. To be honest, I feel like I loved how he treated me and I got attached to that. I see that. And this is also where the Buddha reminds us attachment is the root of suffering. It's so essential to not get attached to anything, because when we attach is when we start to assume. When we start to assume, we will then create patterns that are really difficult to live up to. When we're assuming something from somebody, like, that's also maybe like why it's difficult for him to show up now, because now he feels like there's like this weight, this expectation being held over him. Like, oh, like, you did this for me once, that means you're always going to do this for me. Like, that's very challenging to live up to. Like, we don't ever want to place that weight onto somebody. This is also why I know that I'm polyamorous, because, like, I don't think I could ever just expect one person to fill all of my needs with love. Like, I know that when we attach all of our expectation of loving romantic relationship onto one individual, that's a shit ton of weight that is actually not very healthy. And we need to learn how to expand our definition of love that is beyond romance, that is beyond intimate one-on-one connection, but more so expanding it to, like, also recognizing, like, I need a loving container with my friends, I need a loving container with my family members, the people who I choose to be my soul family. He's told me that I need to focus on myself because he loves me, but he cannot be the man he wants right now. So he's been very clear. He's been very clear. That's amazing that he has the capacity and that self-awareness to communicate this. So yeah, as I was saying, like, when Paige said, if he wanted to, he would do it, but he has claimed and he's admitted, like, he cannot be the man he wants right now because he's got work to do. Like, yeah, he wants to be there, but he needs to be able to show up for himself first. And this is like, that's very healthy. That takes a lot of self-awareness. Not a lot of men out here have that capacity to be able to speak this. So kudos to him. He's a good guy, clearly. Though right now it's very crucial to take some patience. I should, yes, have a lot of self-love to regain. Absolutely, Don Maurice. This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins. We can't expect somebody to love us when we don't love ourselves. That's just not how it works. And ultimately, as you continue to get to know yourself, as you get to love yourself, you learn your love languages, what works for you and what doesn't, and this is how you can continue to show up in a much more clear space. So yeah, honey, definitely getting this energy that it's time for you to focus on self and really dive deep into your connection with self, seeing yourself as the sun, the center of your own personal universe, rather than expecting someone to see that for you. Because we can't expect somebody to see that for us if we don't see ourselves that way. Essential. So how are you communicating with yourself, and how can you continue to fall in love with Don Maurice rather than expecting that from somebody else? Ultimately, how can you grow in love with yourself and your reality? So don't necessarily shelf this, like, this is a potential, but ultimately I'm getting the energy that right now you're being called to focus on self-love over everything. I'm glad to hear this, Don Maurice. The fact that this brought you peace is very epic and enjoyable. May you continue to step into your love for self, because this is where the real success remains. Patience, persistence. It's a lifelong journey, and we're only just getting started. So power to you, Don Maurice. We're going to flow forward. I appreciate you. What a solid reading. Damn, we've covered all of the bases today. This has been such a live stream. This has been such a live stream. Holy snap. Caitlin, you're up next. I got you with the cards. Paige, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling grateful. I'm definitely recognizing that my body is like getting a little sleepy, and I do have my day job, my side gig. I don't like calling it a job. It's my side gig. I do have my side gig in the morning, so I don't want to stay up too late. But it's not even midnight yet, so I'm cool. I'm cooling. It's my side gig, yeah. But I gotta get up early for that. I mean, not that early. Like, it's fine. I'm good. I feel like I'm definitely like sustaining, cooling. That's right, chilling, babes. Just doing the thing. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. But it's like, noticing my edge and cruising along it. So, if we hit a space of downtime, like we were gonna close the queue. We're going to close the queue once we hit a downtime. But if people keep jumping in, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So, Caitlin, I got you. Let me know if you have any questions for these cards. I'm here for you. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate you. Blessings on blessings. Receive and reciprocated wholeheartedly. Caitlin, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any intentions that you want to speak into the space. We are here for you today. Just need guidance. You got it, dude. Let me take a sip of water. Cheers to y'all. 33. And thank you, Paige, for checking in and asking. I appreciate you dearly. I honor my limits, but I'm definitely like starting to like find my edge. That's important. 33, yes, life path number 33 out here. I see you. Thank you for seeing me. 100%. It was 33 people at 11:22. I just wanted to say that it was 112233. That's pretty dope. Change the topic. All right, Caitlin, some guidance. Let's see what these cards have to say. Any guidance, any clarity, any direction that wants to continue to be spoken into this space today for Caitlin. Yes, what messages want to be delivered for you, dear? Let's get right to it. Who is this person? Who is this person? Y'all are wild. I think this will be our last one, but I've said that for the past 3 readings, so Caitlin, let's get to it. Caitlin, the cards being real. The cards being real. Let's start here. The foolish man. The fool. Spirit of the ether. 5 of Cups here. Lord of loss and pleasure. Lord of loss and pleasure. The Magician here. Lord of Magus. The Magus of power. Sorrow here. Transformation. Also in reverse. Postponement over here in the root. And Aphrodite here. For you. It wouldn't be a reading this week if Aphrodite did not jump in at least once today. Aphrodite, the goddess of romance and love, for Caitlin. Right now, definitely getting this energy of the path of the alchemist. definitely getting this energy of the path of the alchemist and how you are. I'm not sure if you have initiated yourself on this journey thus far yet, or if you're just getting started. Heck yeah, Paige. She's been a babe. She's been here all week. I think this may be her first time jumping in this evening, though. So glad to see that our potential last reading, we get her. Because ultimately, the alchemist is the one who can romance life, who can choose love over everything. The alchemist is a fool and a magician. The alchemist is an individual who literally is the embodiment of transformation. Is able to turn sorrow into sanctity. Is able to turn that which is negative and dense into lessons. Detoxing from alcohol, Lord of Loss from pleasure. I see you. The energy of overriding this patterning, of getting lost in the pleasures, getting lost in the past patterns and frequencies of having too much fun, perhaps. Currently, as you detox from alcohol, it can be a very strong time of sorrow and transformation as well. So power to you. Power to you. May you continue to ingest fresh, healthy foods and drinks and juices that will help your system replenish and re-nourish and continue to sustain and uplift and cultivate. You don't need to postpone, though. That's the thing. You don't need to wait for anything. You can step into what it is that you're here to do, like the fool, ready for a journey, an adventure. You don't need to wait to practice your magic. Right now, you're being called to learn how to continue to commit yourself to this path, this wave, recognizing that when we lose ourselves in the pleasure, we ultimately experience sorrow. But that's not the end of the world. Sometimes we have to find our edge like that. Sometimes we have to touch the fire in order to know that it's hot. So we recognize our boundary, our limit. It's important that you know your limits so you don't overdo it. Sometimes you have to overdo it in order to figure out, oh, I didn't even realize there's a limit there in the first place. We have to learn the hard way sometimes. And that can be one of the most groundbreaking and eye-opening ways of stepping into our soul's mission and our process of transformation. Yeah, it really can be. It really can be. And we all go through it in our own way. We all have our own personal path and unique journey. We all have our relationship with destiny. Destiny is everybody's. There's not just my destiny. Like my destiny, it's not my destiny. It's just destiny and how it plays out for me. It's not your destiny. It's how it plays out for you. It's how you continue to tune into your soul's mission and recognizing that you have great things on the horizon and you have a lot of potential and opportunity to practice alchemy. Like, that's also one of my favorite parts about being the alchemist, is the path and the process of transmutation. The person who is an alchemist has the capacity to take literally anything and turn it into gold, turn it into a lesson, turn it into something that you can gain and grow from, regardless of how it express and form. Like, sorrow can really actually lead to fertile soil. And sometimes you have to be pulled back like a bow and an arrow. You have to be pulled back in order to be flung forward. So right now the message is just letting yourself transform, continuing to show up for yourself in the ways that your intuition is calling, taking care of your body. You're human, staying committed to this path of sobriety so you can continue to clean your system and step into a fresh state of being. You don't have to linger any longer. You've known what is right for you. May you continue to move with courage and confidence and conviction. Yes. May you continue to prioritize love for life. May you continue to prioritize love for self. And in doing so, this is where you find your magic, so that you will set the boundaries for yourself. Like, I'm not that person who I was 5 minutes ago, 5 days ago, 5 years ago. I'm choosing a fresh pattern. I'm choosing to overwrite these ways of existence that are no longer in alignment with who I choose to be today. And you can choose to be whoever you want to be. That's the beautiful thing about it. And I encourage you to choose who you are. That's why getting to know your soul, your internal and your internal eternal essence, the part of yourself that you carry with you into every single lifetime, this is who you are ultimately. Learning how to tap into this energy, what points us in that direction, are the things that light us up, the things that make you grateful to be alive, the things that you enjoy nearly and dearly makes you get out of bed in the morning, not the things that you feel like you need in order to feel satisfied. Still here, I know, lady, I know, it was hard at work today. It's important. But I do want to jump off here because I don't want to hit that 3-hour limit. Because I actually want to download this live stream and I want to upload it to my YouTube. Because that moment that we shared earlier today, that y'all know what I'm talking about. Woo! I gotta save that. That was a moment and a half, and I just gotta put it out there in case I ever feel like called to looking back on it. You said one more like an hour ago. I know, right? Wild how it works. Wild how it works. He's been in high demand today. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate you. 'Twas amazing. Wow, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Power to you, Caitlin. May you continue to choose your journey of healing. May you continue to choose your magic, your alchemy, getting to know yourself on your soul level. Yes, you don't need anything outside of yourself, but the things that you want. That's really what's dope. And you're allowed to want things. But first we got to clear ourselves to recognize, do I actually want this? Or is this what I've been taught? Or is this just an outdated pattern and program? It sure is, babe. You got here perfectly timed. She hasn't been here all night, but she literally jumps in for our last reading. Amazing. Hey, Hooded Angel. Nothing more than a reflection of you. I see you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Caitlin. Absolutely. I'm glad that you jumped in for this. This is a very solid reading. A very, very solid reading. A very important message that needed to be shared to this space. Peace, Susan. Take care. See you next time. I think that's it. Queue's open. Don't jump in. Queue's closed, alright? Queue's closed. I am going to jump off now. I am going to say my goodbyes. I am going to wrap up these cards. It's been a solid night. A solid night. We are out here almost every day of the week, Hooded Angel, so just turn on the notifications. We're going to... It's almost there. It's almost there. It's getting closer every single day. The Discord is going to be closer every single day, so I'm pretty sure by soon it's going to be open, and it's going to be much easier to know when I'm jumping on live, so I'll be communicating in there and whatnot, so we'll have things much more organized and grounded in the Discord server that's going to be up in no time, and we'll be able to vibe out there as well. Yes, so y'all, good things happening. Such an epic evening. Appreciate y'all. Let's see. Q is out of service. That's right. We're close. We're closed. I appreciate you. Thank you for wanting a reading, but we're closed, okay? It might be. LOL. She's popping up a lot. Had some dreams. That's epic. Yes. I gave her an offering. Blessed. Message me about them. Epic. Yes. Beautiful. Shouts out Aphrodite. Shouts out all you angels, you gods, you goddesses, you divine individuals who don't define yourself by a gender. May you continue to step into your divinity. Dive into your divinity. Indeed. Happy Sag Moon. Happy Strawberry Moon. Happy day. Happy June. Godspeed, all you beautiful beings. What a joy it is to be able to sit here and show up with y'all. I cannot ever express enough gratitude. I'm still learning. To quote a wise one, if every hair on my body could speak, I still could not express the gratitude I hold for thee. Woo! Epic. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your evening, whatever you get into. Full moon readings will be up by tomorrow on my YouTube if you want to check that out. If you ever want to book a one-on-one reading outside of these live streams with just you and I, much more in depth where we can express conversation in real time, you can find that on my site. If you ever wanted to work together, do some yoga, some breathwork, some meditation, I also practice these medicines when we're not here reading the cards. If that's something that you want to dive deeper into, or if you wanted to book an intention creation call, so you can see if we would vibe and we would actually work together on a one-on-one level, you can book that on my site, zenthealchemist.com. We got new offerings and products on the horizon. Paige, I don't know. I want to focus my practice on one-on-ones and in-person classes right now, so I don't know. I don't know if we'll be doing community classes for yoga. Once the Discord hits, we're going to start doing a group meditation for the Discord members. So at least we'll be having meditation, maybe breath work, but I'm feeling called to really focus and fine-tune those offerings right now. but yoga particularly, asana practice, community classes digitally, that's like it's actually like a very strong investment on my behalf. I'm learning, and I want to stay very grounded and centered with my approach to my creation. Like a weekly meditation sounds dope. So if there's a demand, maybe we will open up to that. But there hasn't been as high of a demand for yoga itself. But I do want to start making videos, so I'm just planting that seed. I do want to start having like just like pre-recorded flows that I can post to my YouTube channel, so you can at least do it in your own time. But be able to showing up and doing it in real time, it's a lot. So find it. I just won the Discord. I see you, babes. Absolutely, Madeline. You got it, my dude. It's happening. I can't. Yes, that's right. The rest will come later. That's right, exactly. First with the Discord. It's happening, Cherries. I'm literally getting notifications right now that Cherry is working with the bots, and she's adding the roles. It's almost there. It's almost there. I thought it would be here today, but everything in perfect timing. I'm not pressuring her. I'm letting her take her time. I'm just like showing up and just checking in occasionally, but it's almost there. Almost there. We're getting there. So I'll let you know as soon as it's there. I'll send you a direct link because I just love you so much. I want you to be one of the first ones in there. All right, y'all. We're going to jump off here. We are going to jump off here. I wish y'all a beautiful evening whenever you get into. Peace and prosperity to you. Godspeed, you beautiful beings. Get some restorative, revitalizing, regenerative rest. Enjoy this beautiful day, whatever you get into. Until next time, I'll see you. Slay!